Anyway, good morning YouTube, Lofty and Linny here. We've just left Vitoria Gastiez and we're going to follow the 240 north up to Bilbao and then we'll hop across the top to the ferry port. We had a lovely night in last night. We went into the town, had a couple of pints. Then Linny come back and she cooked us a beautiful homemade spaghetti bolognese from scratch. It was superb, cracking night, really enjoyed it. We had a couple of litres of vino tinto, so all's good and all's well. I don't really want to show you none of this dual carriageway bit, so I'll see you in a while. Well YouTube, there was a lot of cloud and black mist and awfulness on the mountains, so we decided to come around them. Here's a nice view of the sea. And a nice view of the bridge going across. We should be in Santander about 1 o'clock-ish. There's no rush. Easy on. Let's hope the boat's on time this week, because last week it was about 2 or 3 hours late. Now I'm not sure YouTube if you can see this, but they've actually quarried the layers and layers into the granite where they've been cutting it. I just hope you get a good view. It's quite smoggy around here. There's obviously a lot of industrial activity, but that is just unbelievable. They've just took the front face straight off the mountain. Somehow I don't think the snowflakes in the UK would allow that. Okay YouTube, we're not that far away from the ferry now. We're taking the old road across the north coast there, the N634. It goes through quite a few little towns and villages. But to be honest with you, do you really want to be sitting on motorways and all that when you can be looking at the beautiful vistas from the old roads? As it happens, it's virtually parallel with us, just over to the left. Every man and his dog used to have to use this road back in the day. Must have been terrible. But to be fair, it only adds, probably from Bilbao to Santander, probably only adds an hour to your journey. Which ain't bad really, is it? Look at them apples. Fresh apples everywhere, falling off the trees. We're going through a little village, I ain't got a clue what it's called. Bit cloudy. Seems to be okay out to sea, it just seems to sit on the mountains. But to be fair, it was like that the day we arrived. And it chirped up a little bit, it was alright. It's fairly mild. It's 20 degrees, you know, it's nothing to be sniffed at. The climate over here is different class to the UK. There's the motorway, the autopista. People are razzing by at 100, 120 and we're doing a nice steady 70. It's a bit like the UK, you know. We're conditioned into this, the 30 and a 30, 40 and a 40 and 50 and a 50. But unfortunately the locals, they don't do it. We've had the amount of times today, I've slowed down into an 80 because it said radar 80. And I've had 38 tonners in my boot, pushing me along thinking, they obviously must know where all the cameras are situated and know whether they need to worry about speeds and all that. But it is a strange one. Anyway, I'll see you at the ferry. Well, the good news is, YouTube, that the boat was early, or on time I should say, unlike last week where it was a 3.5 hour delay. There's quite a few bikes already gone on, which is good news. So hopefully we'll be going through very shortly. I'll see you in a minute. Here we are, the Pont Aven, the good old jolly old pont. How about that? Anyway, we're here. We've come through passport, we've come through customs. We're waiting to load onto the boat. Still loads of bikes over there. They're putting them in the holding shelter, look. Strange, isn't it? I wonder why. Bring you round, let you wait here before you go on. And there we go, they have the new Suzuki GSX-S 1000 GT. Lovely bikes. His tyres are shot. He needs to get some sport touring rubber on them. He looks like he's been camping as well. Good luck to him. Camping's for the hardy. I don't think we're going on yet. You'd have swore. I've just taken to Linny. There's a chap here with a off-road style XS 700 jobby. He's got all the kit, off-road everything. It's the registration's T700 muck, and then the bike just looks like it's brand new. Come out the, and I saw him in the queue before on the way in, and it's mint. I think he's just got it parked up round the corner for a week. Anyway, we'll load it up. I'll see you in a minute.
Good morning, YouTube. The Lofty Biker here. Well, we're nearly here. We're nearly on dry land. We've about 30 minutes to go. Spin the camera out slowly. There you go, dry land. We're just going past the castle on the way into Plymouth though. It's looking pretty good. Let's go up the stairs, see what else we can see. We're up on the early deck. There's less wind here, to be fair. It's quite good. I'll spin you round again. There we go, over to the O. You can nearly see GT motorcycles from here. Nearly. Well, we've had a fabulous trip. There it is, Plymouth though. In its splendour. There's a little lighthouse. Beautiful city. Anyway, we're turning in. We should be docking in a minute. We had a great time, you know, we really have had a great time. If any of you out there really want to have a good road trip, just check out the N260. It virtually goes from the north coast to the south coast. It's got a few distractions halfway down and whatever, but it's fantastic really. It's well worth the ride. Somebody says, it's been nice to see you back home. Stay safe. And Linny says, I could just turn around, get off the boat and do it all over again. And it's that type of holiday, to be fair. You feel like you could just go back to Spain and do it all over again. Anyway, I shan't do no footage from here. You know where I live. I'm only up the road. So, from the Pont Aven, this is Lofty John saying, ta-da for now. Ta-da!
Chaos! It's absolute chaos down there. We sat down and thought we'll get down last. Literally, must have been down there 45 minutes before we even went down. But still, we're on the roll. Let's just hope they get us through customs pretty quick. There's bikes everywhere.